Do you like to have flowers in your home? Why? Why not? Yes, I do like to have flowers in my home. In fact, I do have a lot many flowers in the balcony and on the terrace of my house. And I have a variety of all kind of flowers, be it fragrance flowers or be it vegetables like lemon or ladyfinger. It is good as well in terms of scenic beauty as well as in terms of health benefits, because it's good to have something soothing in your environment. And health wise, yes, we do use the vegetables that we grow on our own, so it's naturally grown without any pesticide and chemicals, giving a lot more better benefit than the vegetables that we purchase from the market. Where would you go to buy flowers? Why? I go to buy flowers in the nearby nursery that is situated in the next lane to my house. It has a wide variety of flowers and the plants that we want to cultivate that can be easily cultivated at home. So last I bought was the basil flower as well as the lettuce plant. So it was great to have those plant, because we used to use the lettuce, while having food. We used to add that to our salad or to our meal when you used to make burgers at home. So, and I also remember buying one basil plant. So that was used to make a leafy pasta at home. So yes, that was the main flowers I remember buying last time. On what occasions would you give someone flowers? It has often become a trend now that whenever any event happens or somebody is invited to grace the occasion, a memento is offered in the form of a flower or a plant. It often looks good, and that the person is being honored with such thing, rather than some bouquets which are not very long carrying. So, occasions like any college event or any school event where a person is invited to judge, or any greeting card of birthdays or marriages. These are few events I can think of, and I believe uh, it is also long carrying that. These plants can be put in the house, and you can cherish those that you received it at some of the event that you went to. Are flowers important in your culture? Why not? Yes, flowers are important in our culture. In India, a lot of importance is given to the natural vegetation and the flora around us. So we are even taught in the very beginning of our lives, in the childhood itself, that it's not good to break or tear away the flowers, because even they are living beings, right? And they should be given equal importance as given to humans or animals. And it's better to just admire them how they are in their own roots, rather than plucking them and organizing them in a bouquet. So I believe flowers are very important in our culture, and we should just give them the importance in their own roots, rather than plucking them and getting them to keep near us. Describe a meeting you remember going to at work, college, or school. The one of the meeting that I very fondly remember was at my college, and this meeting was held to organize the event that was coming up next. So I was a part of one of the societies in my college, and we have to organize the national festival that is organized every year. So the meeting was held in the auditorium of our college, and meeting was meeting was held between all of the council members and the senior most person, that is our faculty head. So the meeting mainly discussed the few value points, that how and what the event was to be organized, and what are the tentative dates that we can keep the event, because we have to take the permission from our college, after finalizing these things. And how the participation has to be organized, and what type of events are we going to hold. So discussing all these things, putting in the logistics at place, putting in the room bookings, it was very important to hold this meeting, because this would only lead to a better implementation of all those plans that had been discussed in the meeting. And the best thing I remember was this meeting was very much fruitful for us, because this helped us organize event at a great scale, and eventually resulted in the success of the event. Part 3, discussion topic, going to meetings. What are the different types of meeting that people often go to? So the various types of meeting that I can think of are the routine meetings, that have just started at the onset of the pandemic. So like uh, the COVID has, shifted everything to the work from home culture, and to stay in touch, the meetings have been organized online, whether on Zoom or any other platform. So those are one sort of meetings I can think of. Another sort of meeting that strike me are meetings organized in the colleges, and between the faculty and the heads of the organization, to discuss how's the progression of students going on, and how much is the syllabus covered, and how the organization can be improved to better contribute to the uh, progression of a student, and how they can help the student make a better career. So these are some of the meetings that I can think of. Some people say that no one likes to go to meetings. What do you think? Yes, I believe some people do not like going to the meetings. So, like talking of the routine meeting that are, held due to the COVID pandemic. So, the meeting in which, the daily task or daily report is being asked. So if the candidate or the employee has not, accomplished the task, he might not like going to the meeting, right? Because he might not have a lot to say or a lot to contribute to the meeting, and what next task should they be taking up. So that might be one of a very predominant reason that a person might not like going to a meeting. Why can it sometimes be important to go to meetings? I believe it is important to go to meetings, because meetings are held for the purpose of informing, or deciding some of the key things that might be, important for the future endeavors. So important things are being discussed in the meeting. That's why they are being held. So one might miss out on some of the information that are, key to their work, or to the planning of any of the things that are going to held in the near future, right? So I believe it is important to go to the meetings, and understand the crux about why the meetings are being held, and how these meetings can lead to a success or a failure of a key important thing in an organization. International meetings. Why do you think world leaders often have meetings together? So there are a lot of world organizations, citing an example of UN, that have meetings together, because there are several countries that need to contribute ideas or opinions that are to be considered before deciding on the any of the factors of the decisions that are to be implemented worldwide, So if the decisions are to be implemented worldwide, then the world leaders have to take the decisions together, and for that, a representative of each country needs to be present there in the meeting. So that is the reason I think that is world leaders, should have meetings together. What possible difficulties might be involved in organizing meetings between world leaders? I believe the possible difficulties that might be involved in organizing meetings between world leaders would be, availability of some of the world leaders, or might be, visa issues that might come up at the last moment. So, talking about the first thing, availability might be like these world leaders might have been involved at some or the other commitments of theirs, and it might make it difficult for them to involve the meeting at some other place in the world. So this is one of the difficulties. Another difficulties might be these meetings are often held, in the different parts of the world at different times. So it might be possible that there might be a visa issue or some documentation issue sometime that might cause a delay in the arrival of the world leader to that meeting. So it might be the reason for the absence of any of the world leaders in that meetings. Do you think that meeting between international leaders will become more frequent in the future, or will there be less need for world leaders to meet? So, I believe that meetings between international leaders will be more frequent in the near future. This is predominantly because of the fact that many of the world issues, like climate issue or the peace issue, are rising up, and there are certain things that the countries around the world need to decide collectively in order to maintain the decorum. So, if these leaders come together and more frequently discuss in the things that can be done to avoid the any of the mishaps, would be leading us to a better outcome in the near future. But I believe these things can also help a lot of companies to improve their relation, might and that might solve many of the issues on its own.